previously on Snake Eater Performance.
I had that thing running like a demon on cocaine 45 minutes.
Now we got body off the frame. We're gonna start getting everything prepped for this Summit stiffening kit. We got some plates that we got to weld in on the side to box the frame in, and then it's got some runners that go in through here that's all tubular that gets welded in with some plates, make everything nice and stiff. Then it's got a drop-in, bolt-in cross member for the transmission and for the tunnel for the drive shaft. We got the side plates welded in. Now we just need to get the inner bars, the transmission crossover, and the axle hoop, and then this will be done. We got the stiffener kit in, side plates as you can see, side bars, drive shaft hoop. We do have cross member that goes in here. And we got to get everything painted. Gonna get the motor in here and start getting the exhaust together. Got the 632. We're gonna mate with, isn't it? Or is it a 6L80? And we'll get this thing put in, and then we can start getting exhaust and stuff like that going. Or maybe kick the pipe in a little bit more. Let's see. That's got to come up a little bit higher and to the left on that divot. That's where that needs still hidden. Yeah. We got the motor in, new motor mounts built, got everything set. Now we're going to start getting placement of all our exhaust, get everything ran, and get this thing continued on the rest of the fabrication so we can get this frame coated. Been getting this exhaust in with some cutouts, 3-inch everything, Flowmaster 10 series. We're almost out the back with this thing, and we can get it off and get it all welded up. Everything all the way to the back done. Now I just got to put the H pipe in, and then we can start getting this back off, get the sections that are going to be welded. We got certain sections that are going to be slip joints. That way you can actually maintenance this, take stuff apart, take the X pipe off. That way, you know, you need to take the transmission out. You don't want to have to cut up your nice exhausts. Get that going, get everything welded up, and then that'll all be good to go.
Changing out these bad boys, the QA1 550s for some 650s because missed a big block.
We're getting pretty close to being able to lower the body back down. We've had it up and down a few times for various different things, checking fitment and whatnot. Pretty happy with the way everything's laying out. Center section stiffening done. Paint's still wet, so stay back. Paint's not done yet. We're gonna go through and touch it up, probably one more coat. Trans cooler, oil cooler, emergency brake, exhaust, everything's pretty well done. I'm gonna go back through, hit this with another coat, make sure everything's nice and even. Really gonna make sure the bottom's good because that's gonna be mostly what you see. The top is mainly for corrosion resistance and everything. So we just need to make sure we have a good even coat on it. We're measuring for the wheels. Overall, I think this thing is looking amazing. I mean, check these bad boys out. That is the 632 of front brakes right there. And that's the 632 of big block Chevys. I think everything's really looking good. We should lower it down here pretty soon for good. And then we got to start doing some minor header modifications to clear the steering linkage. And we may have to modify the steering linkage. Start getting all the cooling system back in, engine cooling system back in, the trans cooler, oil cooler's done. So now we're gonna be going into the radiator fans and all that stuff. I'm pretty excited. We're getting really close to lowering this thing down and it looks killer. Everything's lining up right so far. Been a real treat. Yeah, I can't wait to hear it run. It's gonna be sick.
Got all the frame modifications, stiffening. Our oil coolers are in. We've got all our mounts and everything done now. Now we can start getting this thing back together for final assembly, get the electrical done, get this thing fired up. We got the body, made it to the frame. Now we're gonna start getting all our hoses and everything finalized and hooked up, get some of this routing and everything up in the front. We're gonna try and make this thing as clean as possible. We're gonna try and hide all these vacuum pump and all these lines. Try and make this thing as clean as possible. Today we're working on just getting lines, electrical ran. This thing's getting so close to being done. We got a few power wires to hook up, and then we got the electrical to put in with this new EFI system. Got the new lights in here. A lot of people don't realize that when you install these newer LEDs on an older car, almost always you gotta trim the bucket that holds. And that's time consuming. They look cool, but you gotta cut a lot of material away to actually make room for that bigger back end. All those cooling fins and the fans that these have on them. But the end result is pretty cool. Have their own controller. You'll have a wire that taps into each headlight assembly. So you got your main plug, and then you'll have another one that is just for the halos. And then you have a blinker input on these that feeds off of the main blinker, and that's if you want to add a blinker onto the halos. But if not, then it just has the color changing functions and you can turn that off. And this kit's pretty cool because you have either a remote or you can get the app on your phone. So we had a few issues that we had to work around, obviously with this big 632 motor. One of the problems is this steering was a little bit too close. What we decided to do was just cut the rod that was there, take a small section out of it, put another universal joint in there for the steering. We'll end up putting a Heim joint to grab it here. Pretty simple, elegant, and it does the job. That right there fixed a lot of problems, and you don't have to do a whole bunch to achieve it. Get this guy steering right. So we're up underneath the Chevelle. Everything's kind of in place as far as fabrication goes. See all the frame stiffening stuff in here. Got it all nice and coated and painted. All the new stuff. Now we just got to get the exhaust back in here and button up a few more things electrically underneath, and we're done under here. Gotten most of the mechanical stuff done. Now we're getting the Terminator X Max system in here. This thing had a Terminator in it, but it had the Terminator X set up for the LS. So since we're upgrading everything, we upgraded the computer, way more functionality, way more controllability. Gonna get this controller nice and mounted in here, get these wires ran, and get this motor hooked up. Take a look, guys. So what we strive for here, functionality, serviceability, and that goes before all the performance and stuff like that. You can build something that performs good, but if you can't service it and work on the damn thing, then who gives a shit what it looks like? Me being a mechanic, I want to be able to work on the damn thing. So we kind of bring that to our builds. Along with that is routing and trying to make shit look clean. Like all our power steering lines right here. It's so simple to keep things clean. You just keep your lines kind of in line with each other. Keep all your hoses as tight next to each other. Try and keep your access points as few as possible. And it's really just too easy to make it look, you know, even just a factory clean. It's a big deal. Route your lines better. Before everything was hidden, but shit was ran through the frame. You had fuel lines, fuel filters in the frame, like stuff was just tucked too much, and yeah, it looks good, but what happens when it breaks down and you need to work on it? Then your cool $100,000 car is just broke because nobody wants to work on it because they can't get to shit. So yeah, by later I should have all this hooked up, and all this, at least what's going up here electrically, should be all done. Terminator should be in, and a few little things to hook up. Should be hearing this thing scream to life real soon. I'm ready.
Somebody's getting a nice setup for their 72 Chevelle. At a pretty good price, I feel like.
So nice after months of working on it that it actually starts up.